blogger and stylist. Today she's going to show us her wardrobe and get me styled for a day party. Yay!
Yay! I'm excited.
Me too.
Your name, age, and what you do. Okay, so my name. Fuck! Wait, I can keep going. Yeah. Okay. My name's Louisa Meng. I'm 23 years old and I'm a fashion blogger and stylist. The person that got me inspired to do fashion, I would say, is from my earliest recollection was this girl named Olivia Lopez, and she was just like one of the first bloggers I ever knew from LA doing the kind of blogging that I wanted to do. And as soon as I saw her blog, I was like, this is so dope. Like, I really identify with her and her style, so I just decided to start one similar to what she was doing. I think I've always inherently just been really passionate about styling. I first started fashion blogging because that just made the most sense to me, as far as like starting a platform for myself and just having a place where I could express my own personal style. And through that is when I really just realized that I love the styling aspect, maybe not so much as like being the person in front of the camera. Recently, since I quit my job like a month ago, I realized that I want to pursue styling as more of like a professional freelance route, and to do that for other people the same way that I've been doing it for myself. I got into styling when I pretty much first started blogging, but I just never really saw it as styling. I was just putting outfits together, and it ended up being something I wanted to do as freelance. Being from Colorado and starting a blog there was actually really easy just because no one was doing it. I definitely had like no one to reference or to, you know, model my blog and my website after, but I just kind of did it. And like the fact that we have social media now, and it was a time when blogs were really becoming popular, and it was just something that it really didn't matter where you were from because it was on the internet, you know. So I thought that was really cool and like liberating for me as a person, because growing up in Colorado, I definitely was like always searching for an outlet because I didn't really feel like I fit in. But when you can just like create your own space on the internet and have that reach out to people that you would never be able to reach out to, was a really cool, you know, privilege and experience for me, being from such a small city in Colorado. I would describe my style as the girliest tomboy you've ever met, because I definitely like to balance pieces as far as like girly and chic with more like vintage 90s streetwear kind of styles, so that it's not what you would expect. I definitely like to create like different fusions of style and bring like a little bit of flavor to something that you would never really think of wearing. When I like first think about putting an outfit together, I think of like comfort and convenience, because you're always on your feet normally, especially in Seattle. You want to walk around everywhere, and plus like I'm a dancer too, so that also really influences my style. So a lot of times I just want to wear like a baggy t-shirt or, you know, sneakers, but I find ways to pair those pieces with like something that is a little bit different, makes it a little bit more unique. So if that's wearing the big t-shirt like a dress with, you know, like some ankle boots, or wearing the sneakers with like a girlier like lace top and some ripped jeans. I just like kind of going with like one piece and then building off around it. But like I said, like mixing my taste for kind of girly, more high fashion pieces with streetwear pieces. 3 of my top fashion bloggers, I would have to say Olivia Lopez, just because she was like my first OG inspiration. And then I really love Louisa Meng right now. She's pretty well known on Instagram, and she's also like a stylist and image consultant. Her style is so dope, like something that you wouldn't expect, but she always brings like these different elements to what she wears, so it's not all boyish and, you know, streetwear, but it's not super like high maintenance and high fashion. Another one is Pretty Sickly. She actually follows me too, and I think that we just kind of like can really identify with each other as like people and as our styles. She's like the kind of person that I can really relate to as far as the actual clothes that she wears. Like she'll like put together an outfit with like Forever 21 or like H&M, and she doesn't care if it's not like a designer brand, but she knows how to make it look like, you know, you would never see someone wear that who shops at Forever 21. And that's something that I feel like I also really like to do. I'm not really like stuck on name brands or like things like that, but I have a good eye to make it look like it's expensive and high quality. The challenges of being a freelance stylist, just a freelancer in general, is like finding your routine and really like being able to create your own structure, because when you're a freelancer, you know, you don't have anyone telling you what to do. So just being like business savvy, which I feel like I've had lots of experience working on, but knowing how to apply that to like your own personal passion and like how to discipline yourself to actually make a business out of what you're doing. I think like now that I've you know left my job and I'm pursuing that, I just need to really be like creative about how I approach this and like make sure I'm being as consistent as possible. My next move is, I want to stay in Seattle. A lot of people have asked me why, if I'm moving to LA, why I want to stay in Seattle, but I honestly think Seattle's such a great place to just establish yourself, and there's a lot more accessible resources here because the community is smaller, and I want to be able to like take my like fresh perspective of fashion and styling and just like content development and branding even to the artists here in Seattle and build up a client base here. There's like so many really cool people that I think collaborating would just be such an amazing opportunity to do that with those people. And I want to work with artists that I personally really fuck with, you know, so that's what I'm going to be pursuing, and just trying to do freelance work with other local brands in Seattle as well. And I think it'll be a good balance between working with artists and working with brands that have the resources for me to be styling the artists, you know. This is probably my favorite dress right now, just to wear to like a night out for like a day, or like if I just want to feel extra sexy for no reason. Oh, okay, girl. I kind of ordered this too as far as like staples in my wardrobe. So I have like tees that I just love wearing like on a regular basis. They're super comfy and easy to style up or down. So I have like some of my favorite ones. I actually thrifted. And then of course Kanye. But these are like some of my most prized possessions, even though they're just t-shirts, because they're like one of a kind and I could never find them again. Because as soon as I hit like 4,000, 5,000 followers, like that's when I really saw brands like I feel like just met like their quota, you know. It was like, okay, now we can look at this girl because she has a certain number of followings, which I think is actually like not the best approach marketing wise, but I understand where that comes from. And I just feel like, I mean, I've been interviewed by like Seattle Met and just like people in the creative community also like, I can tell like respect me and like really like value my aesthetic, and I work with a lot of photographers, and I think that like they want to work with me because of actually like the styling aspect and like the creative conceptualization that I bring to photo shoots, not necessarily because I'm the best model. I mean, hey, but so I think just like realizing like the fact that people even want to work with me is like such a blessing, that it's something that I should believe more in myself. And the fact that like I've been able to have that kind of like cosign, or like people just wanting to work with me while I've not even really been trying to pursue this that like fully and like intentionally, I'm now realizing like this is something that I should really commit and dedicate myself to. Advice I would give to other bloggers or stylists is, first, really know what your product is. So whether you want to start off blogging or you want to start off styling, I would say go that route first. So I like really spent my time establishing my blog first before I really like tried to put myself out there as a stylist. And I think that's good just so that you have like a portfolio of content, even though it's like now I want to build out a client base. At least I have a blog and like an established Instagram page that people can see like what my aesthetic is and how I like use like what my styling capabilities would be. So definitely having as much content out there as possible, and just really like establishing your own unique look and aesthetic. So like people who want to work with you want to work with you and what you can do and not something that's...
If I gotta be a bitch, I'ma be a bad one. Yeah. I'm AI with the designs, do rag. Bounce back game good while we talking practice. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Pull up score when I want to. Best thing that's to heaven. They be tryna count me out.